On World Diabetes Day, which falls on November 14th, a specially decorated tram comes to life in Milan, becoming a moving poster to raise awareness of type 1 diabetes, illustrating the constant and often invisible presence of the disease in the daily lives of those affected and their caregivers. The initiative promoted by Movie stems from the idea of making visible what usually remains hidden. Behind a life that spans schoolwork, sports, and family lies, constant monitoring nutrition management, attention to body signals planning every journey, and the need for reliable equipment. The tram, a familiar and popular means of transport, thus becomes the symbol of a shared journey. Just as people get on and off, change lines, and adapt to the rhythms of the city, those living with type 1 diabetes navigate different stages, adjust strategies, find new balances, and seek support from their community. A pattern of stylized silhouettes runs along the sides, evoking the urban throng, and highlighting how, amidst anonymous faces and crowded routines, an invisible passenger silently accompanies those living with the disease. The chosen colors, green, a reference to Movie's identity, and blue, a symbol of diabetes, suggest trust, closeness, movement, and an implicit invitation to look more carefully. The idea is simple yet powerful, transforming an everyday object into a lens that helps us see the invisible, offering the city an educational yet empathetic message. During the initiative, the tram passes through central and peripheral neighborhoods, intercepting students, workers, and families during rush hour and on evening rides. It stimulates curiosity and questions, brings together those unfamiliar with type 1 diabetes, and creates opportunities for dialogue with those living with it. The slogan, "Get on board, stay informed," invites you to take a concrete action. Get informed. Understand that type 1 diabetes isn't a lifestyle issue. It's invisible, but it's there, and it doesn't define you. You remain, first and foremost, a student, a parent, a professional, an athlete, a friend. The message extends to everyday life. A day with type 1 diabetes can include checking your blood sugar when you wake up, paying attention to your meals, adjusting your insulin before a workout, checking a sensor that communicates data in real time, interpreting numbers that change with stress, sleep, the weather, an important exam, or an unexpected meeting. Technology makes this journey more flexible. Increasingly discrete insulin pumps, advanced algorithms that modulate insulin delivery sensors that reduce injections, apps that collect data and display it in intuitive graphs, and platforms that allow you to share information with your clinical team and family members, allowing you to intervene promptly and with greater peace of mind. The initiative also highlights the role of the network. Healthcare professionals associations, caregivers, friends, and colleagues who learn to recognize the signs, respect time support without intruding, and ask for help in practical situations, from organizing meals to sports activities, from class trips to day trips. November 14th, chosen in commemoration of the birth of Frederick Banting, the discoverer of insulin, becomes an annual collective reminder of the importance of therapeutic education, access to devices, ongoing training, and the prevention of complications, issues that speak to quality of life and equal opportunities. The tram, with its steady pace and familiar sound, demonstrates that diabetes management is about perseverance, small decisions, and appropriate tools. It invites us to transcend cliches and consider the person as a whole, because behind every profile lies a story that deserves to be heard and respected. The creative concept builds a bridge between the city and its inhabitants. It demonstrates that the invisible can become shared, that knowledge generates empathy, and that visibility is not a display, but a way to gain attention, rights, and normalcy. Thus, as the tram travels its lines, the campaign encourages observers to shift their perspective. It's not about stopping to observe an illness, but about understanding coexistence, recognizing needs, supporting autonomy, celebrating the ingenuity of solutions that make life easier, and looking to the future with the certainty that information, technology, and community together can transform an invisible passenger into an understood, respected, and less cumbersome presence.